I call to order this meeting of the Warren County School Board for Wednesday, July 6, 2016. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The first item on the agenda is to accept or modify the agenda. Is there a motion?
Madam Chairman, I would move that we accept the agenda as presented.
Second.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Community participation. Is there anyone who would like to address the board? I don't have. Please state your name and address.
Hi, my name is Nikki Besser. I actually live in Alexandria, 2317 Glendale Terrace in Alexandria, and I'm here to represent the Y Street program, which is from the Virginia Foundation for Healthy Youth. It's a statewide program, and I apologize that Hannah and Sarah are out of town, so I'm here on their behalf. I wanted you to know that Sarah is at JMU Band Camp training to be Skyline High School's next drum major, and Hannah is at the Governor's School for Humanity and Visual and Performing Arts, hosted by Radford University. But they did send a statement, which I will try to read with as much enthusiasm as you can imagine they would have said it. So they said, and I quote, "Sorry we cannot attend today, but we are incredibly thankful. We cannot express in words how excited and happy we are to have Warren County schools adopt a 100% comprehensive tobacco-free policy. This policy will create an atmosphere in every Warren County school that promotes healthy living, and we hope that this policy will make a positive impact on all Warren County students. Once again, thank you. We hope everyone is having a wonderful summer, and we are excited for the 2016-2017 school year to begin on August 15th with this awesome new policy." As a representative of Y Street in the 24/7 campaign, I wanted to thank you for all the work you've done in updating your policy, and I do hope that you will vote yes. And I did provide a handout so you could see a little bit about what Y Street does, and on the other side, the resources we have available free to your division if you do vote yes on this policy. I know that they've showed it to you a few times, but we have a couple examples of our signage. These are our heavy aluminum signs that go outside, really great for parking lots and sports fields and other outdoor places. They can go indoor too, but we have window decals that can go on entrances and exits, and on other glass doors, and also in vehicles as long as they're not obstructing view. And we also have really big laminated posters that are great for common areas, but I didn't want to juggle that up here. We also have a tobacco-free toolkit, which is just a toolkit that you can use full of resources. It has sample announcements, it has sample enforcement policies, it has cessation resources, all sorts of things that your schools can use to help them communicate and enforce their policy on the ground. And all of these are free to every school in Warren County upon passing this policy if you're willing to accept. So I would be interested in speaking I'm not sure if anyone on the board or anyone present here would have the contact of somebody that would be interested in discussing that option, but we would be happy to get the ball rolling on that. We can work at the division level. Some divisions have us distribute, they come in kits based on the size of the school and the type of school, and we provide them free shipping and all of that. We can either give them to the division level, and sometimes the divisions want to disperse them to the schools. We can send them directly to schools and work with principals at individual schools, and again, we've sent them to both elementary, middle, high schools, as well as technical centers and other schools within the division. So thank you again so much for your help. We really hope we can continue to partner with Warren County Public Schools, and we are really excited to offer our free resources, so I really hope that we can get the ball rolling on that as well, and maybe even get them up before next school year. I'm sure Hannah and Sarah would love to run around putting those signs up with your building ops. We have some of the students do that sometimes, and it's really fun and a really great photo opportunity community to show the work that the school is doing to promote the health and wellness of their students, staff, and visitors. So again, on behalf of the foundation, Y Street, and the 24/7 campaign, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. And we have enjoyed Hannah and Sarah's enthusiasm in the past, and I know they're going to have a great senior year.
Sure.
Great
yeah.
girls.
There's probably a side business there if we can figure out a way to bottle that enthusiasm that they have.
Yeah.
We can sell it.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Consent agenda. Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
Madam Chair, I move that the consent agenda be approved as presented.
Second.
All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Reports. Superintendent report.
Well, good evening. It's nice to see everyone here this evening. A couple things going on. We had our summer school graduation on June 28th, and we graduated 3 more seniors, so that's always an exciting time. We'd like to just do a quick little report on the Ressie Jeffries project, that it is on schedule. The only big item, just want to clarify, that was scheduled to be done this summer was air conditioning on the gym, and that's slated to begin July 18th. So you should see people running around doing some things July 18th and after. It's scheduled to be up and running by the time school starts. So we just had a meeting last week, and that was what we were told, so we think it's going to happen.
I know they'll be excited.
It will be. Planning for the 16-17 school year is underway. We kind of started the day after summer started. Our leadership team, which consists of principals, assistant principals, central office administration, and instruction staff, have met once. We're meeting 2 more times in the month of July to refine our school plans, discuss initiatives for the upcoming year. So we're busy doing some things. Just a few dates for people. August 1st, that's less than a month, new teachers arrive. August 8th, all the teachers return, and the opening session for all staff is August 9th. That's a Tuesday, and you're invited to that. And then August 15th, school begins. So it goes quickly, and we're getting ready for that. And just a final word, I mentioned this also in June, but I do want to make sure everyone knows that summertime for some of our students and families means that they are hungry. And we have some programs in place to help that. We have our Summer's Meals program at E. Wilson Morrison every weekday, Monday through Thursday. Adults are welcome to come as well. They do need to pay $2.60, but all children are free, no matter what. We serve about 150 students a day there. Most of them come from our summer programs that we have, extended school year and the 21st Century Grant program that we're running at the middle school. But we do have a number of families that come there regularly. So it's a nice thing that we can be able to provide there. And also the summer backpack program is underway. It distributes food weekly. And 3 times we distribute. Thursday in the morning is at the 15th Street Health and Human Services Complex, Annie Wilson. Thursday in the evening from 6 to 7:30, it's at the Front Royal Volunteer Fire Department and Samuel's Library. And then Friday in the evening at 6 o'clock at Buckton Presbyterian. So we're averaging about 250 students with that as well.
Wow.
So that's all I have.
Is that how many students we had basically with the year-round backpack program, or did we have more?
I don't know that number, how many are in the year-round piece. I would guess it would be close, but I don't have that. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. School board reports. Mr. Williams.
I have nothing, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Rosen?
Madam Chairman, we had a building committee meeting today. Melody has put everything together and very nicely we went through a lot of issues, and the new middle school, for those of you that are ready to move, is 36% complete. So maybe move into the offices when it gets to 50. I don't know. We can see that. Several percentages thrown out in an electrical duct bank, underground plumbing, all these exciting things. Somebody asked you the light pole conduits are 50% complete, so they will light up. So the middle school is moving along very well. Would you agree, Melanie? Clerk of the Works has been giving us good reports, and steel's going up, and I think the football team starts. No, not yet. They haven't decided when to start. but we're doing real well with that. Unfortunately, people like me, since they've closed Low Water Bridge, I can't go by it anymore. I have to go out there and look around and come back in town before I go to Rockland. Our energy savings project has started up, and lighting systems are being improved, water conservation, irrigation wells, energy management system upgrade and expansion. All of that's going on with the energy savings project with Amoresco. We've also got the gymnasium air conditioning, as Greg was talking about. So we're moving along with that. There'll be some additional meetings, possibly closed sessions, as we discuss in detail some options and changes we might want to do with Russie Jeffrey. But at this point, we just don't have enough to be able to come up with our conclusions.
Okay, thank you. Mrs. McKeithron?
Summer is moving fast. I'm excited about the Russie Jeffries starting the July 18th, so that's exciting. And those schools come along really good, so I think we have a lot to be proud of.
Great, thank you. Mr. Wells?
The only thing is just, I spoke with Mr. Valentine and Mr. Drescher both. I was unable to be here last Wednesday for the called meeting, and I was working, so I pulled board docs up on the computer there as I was working and was able to see in real time the votes and that kind of thing. So it does what it's supposed to do. So
interesting.
You know, if hopefully nobody misses any meetings, but if you do, you do have that opportunity to at least feel like you can follow along and know if you missed anything important.
Oh, good, interesting. And I also attended the building committee's meeting this morning, and Mr. Rosen gave a fine report, so I don't need to rehash any of that. And looking forward to the start back of school here in just about a month. Action agenda, May 2016 VSBA School Board Policy Updates. Mrs. Shepherd.
Good evening. This is the third and final reading of the May 2016 VSBA policies. VSBA submitted 33 policies for consideration by the Warren County School Board. A chart showing all of the updated policies has been prepared by staff members, noting the proposed changes. An additional 8 policies are presented for review but have no recommended revisions. The first reading of the proposed changes was June 1st. The second reading and discussion was June 15th. The final reading and approval of the changes is scheduled for tonight. If you will refer to the staff recommendations, KBA-R was a regulation we discussed during our discussion at the last meeting, and we did change the staff member search time to $4 to $16 per quarter hour, depending on who conducts the search, and then $16 per quarter hour for computer search time. Also included in this packet are revisions to 3 policies which focus on the use of tobacco on school property. KGB, public conduct on school property, KGC, use of tobacco and electronic cigarettes on school premises, and GBEC-JFCH, tobacco-free school for staff and students, has been revised to include additional language to ensure all our schools and school grounds are tobacco-free. The revisions to this policy can be found in attachment F. We really appreciate the Chichester girls presenting on the tobacco-free policies and would like to recommend those to be approved.
Okay, thank you. Is there a motion?
I move the May 2016 VSBA policy updates and policies KGB, KGC, and GBEC/JFCH be approved as recommended by staff for inclusion in the Warren County Public Schools Policy Manual.
I'll second.
Any further discussion or comments? All those in favor, aye? Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, Mrs. Shepherd.
Thank you.
Approve expenditure over $15,000 for Warren Coalition, College Access Network Coordinator.
With the assistance of the Jack Kent Cook Foundation, Warren County Public Schools established a college access network over 10 years ago. The purpose of this network was to provide students with support beyond what is provided by high school counselors in preparing students to attend college or other continuing education. The College Access Coordinator for Warren County Public Schools maintains 2 offices, one at Warren County High School, the other at Skyline High School. The Warren Coalition is the fiscal agent for the program. The CAN Coordinator provides assistance to high school students with career assessment, college searches, college applications, and scholarship searches. The primary goal for the College Access Network is to increase the percentage of Warren County graduates who continue their education beyond high school. CAN assists students who have financial needs beyond those provided through other scholarships. Recently, the College Access Program started a first dollar scholarship to help students with dual-enrolled college course expenses. This program realizes students are capable of beginning the challenge of dual-enrolled coursework, advanced placement courses, and technical training before they complete high school, but may not be in the position to afford the expense. The recommendation is to award the contract of $29,900 to Warren Coalition for the College Access Network Coordinator. Any questions?
I don't have any.
No.
Is there a motion?
Madam Chairman, I'd move that approval be given to contract with Warren Coalition for the College Access Network Coordinator position in the amount of $29,900.
Second.
All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Mrs. Shepherd. Apex Learning Quote, Mr. Hirsch.
Madam Chairman, Mr. Superintendent, always a pleasure to have the opportunity to speak with you. The Apex contract for learning comprehensive courses has come up for renewal for the 16-17 school year. The contract price is $17,212.50, and this program provides virtual learning classes for students at both Diversified Minds and Brighter Futures non-traditional programs on a limited basis. It also provides online classes for students that are homebound due to medical reasons and sometimes due to behavioral issues, as well as students at both high schools who, due to scheduling conflicts, course offerings that are unable to participate on campus, we offer those online programs. We also offer in our evening program the opportunity for students to take online courses through Apex Learning, and we also allow students over the summer that are behind or come in and transfer into the division significantly behind. We offer them the opportunity to do not only online courses over the summer, but in the evening as well. It is a tool that both high schools, as well as special services and the non-traditional programs, have used to support traditional learning. Students generally don't take online courses by themselves, but it's usually blended. When we do have students in the evening or in the summer, we have staff members that are dedicated and have caseloads that answer any questions, because sometimes they lock things and they have to call, and then those administrators go ahead and unlock the program and help them if there is any trouble navigating. We've had quite a lot of success with it.
I had a question. Maybe I just don't understand this. It's a 12-month unlimited enrollment, but there are 135, that's the quantity. What is that?
There's 135 slots, and one slot for one student, let's say I'm doing the courses, I can take as many courses as I want for an unlimited amount of time. There's no limit on me.
Okay.
And then when I finish, so there's 134 other slots could be going on, but when I finish, that one goes to the 135 again. So it's not like you use it and it's done forever. Like if I finish 4 courses and I'm done with what I want to do online, that slot can be used for another student.
How many students do we have that take advantage of this?
We generally, again, it's usually in combination with traditional programming. We use 135
Do you?
slots. Yeah.
Wow.
They're in use almost all the time.
Yeah, we sometimes purchase extras.
Wow. Well, that's great.
I think it's a great tool.
Well, and the discount that they offer too, so that's...
And they're really good because when we need training and stuff, and our staff get trained when they upgrade programs, because the media that they stream is unbelievable, they come and they train the staff.
Oh, great. Okay.
You say sometimes we get extra.
Yeah, if we're out of slots and we don't have
They-
any more, I just give them a call, and they're,
Is there, I mean, is it a reasonable fee and that kind of thing?
yeah, it's very, very, very limited.
Okay.
Okay. Any other comments or questions for Mr. Hirsch? Do we have a motion?
I move that the contract in the amount of $17,212.50 be approved for the Apex contract for the coming school year.
Second.
All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Hirsch.
Thank you.
Approval of expenditures over $15,000. Mr. Grant.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I would like to request approval to purchase Microsoft license and Malwarebytes license. Both vendors are in the Virginia State contract. The funding for these products are included in the technology budget. The cost is $65,000, $835.70. The purchase will be funded through the Virginia Public School Authority technology funds and local funds in the technology budget.
What's the 70
Any
cents?
questions?
What's the 70 cents?
70 cents? I'll probably look it up for you, but part of the server and...
That's the discount?
Okay.
Probably graduate. No, I'm not going to say anything about West Virginia.
Is there a motion?
Madam Chairman, I move that approval be given to purchase Microsoft and Malwarebytes licensing in the amount of $65,835.70.
Second.
All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Grant. Approval of full-time welding teaching position shared with Page County Public Schools. Mr. Smith.
Good evening. Before I present this part, I'd like to just take a couple minutes and maybe just update you a little bit on hiring, and then that will lead into our approach here with Page County. Instructionally, licensed positions, which would be administrators and teachers, we had 57 vacancies this summer, and I'm real proud to say we have 55 of those filled at this point, and that's super. We've been at 55 now for a couple weeks, and we're going to talk about the welding position, which we might be able to become 56 here soon. Two positions that still set out there. One's a math position at Warren County High School. Math teachers are very hard to find. We've done a lot of different things to look to recruit for the math teachers. I've actually, Mr. Wells gave me this idea to look at some of our neighboring states that may be laying off teachers and those type of things. So we've advertised throughout West Virginia, especially in the southern part of West Virginia with the coal industry itself. It affects the economy, which affects the school systems. So perhaps we may be able to give someone another chance. Those type of things are not so much another chance, just an opportunity to expand. They're kind of they're tied into the economy just as we are. We've also put it out on teacherteachers.com. Teacherteachers.com is a national teacher search. So, and it gives you a huge list of applicants for various different endorsements. And we've sent information out to all the math teachers to let them know, whether they've been in California or Virginia or Maryland or wherever, that we have a vacancy. We've also, I've even sent emails out to other HR directors to say, if you know of anyone, please let me know. And so far they've all sent back saying we're still looking for math teachers as well. Well, we're determined. We'll definitely have someone in that position before school starts, even if we have to be extremely creative in how we do that. One position that actually isn't technically an instructional position, but I'd like to share this with you anyway. I hate to lose someone, but it's kind of nice when they're going on to do something that I look at and say, wow, that's really neat. Jeff Crawford has been our certified athletic trainer at Warren County High School now for 12 years. And he actually, he does a tremendous job. When I was the athletic director, he was our athletic trainer. He's highly knowledgeable, very organized, and he just got the head athletic trainer position for Shepherd University's football team. And that's tremendous. That team went to the national championship, and that's a powerful program. So as much as I hate to lose him, it's good to see him go on. And actually, it was a tough decision for him. But when it was all said and done, he's done so much here, and I think now he just wants to see what it would be like at the collegiate level, which I know he'll do very well at. That second position is what we'll talk about next, and that will be the welding position. We've had that position vacant since the fall of 2015, and we've had it as a part-time position. Brian Williams was our part-time welding teacher, did a tremendous job. Kids loved him. He was great, very patient. He ended up moving on, getting a full-time welding position, teaching position. And it's really difficult to compete with the private sector and those type of things with welding. Very hard work, but can be very profitable. So we've had a hard time, very difficult time, finding someone to take that for a daily rate. And it came up between, I don't know if it was Miss Shepherd or Miss Baker or Mr. Drescher or myself, somewhere in conversations we came across with Page County, who's sort of in the same boat. They have a part-time welding position that they're having a hard time to fill. So I think, obviously, just being county by county, each of our roles, we have a pretty strong relationship with the person that performs the same duties that we have here in this county. And I spoke with their HR director, who I've known for many years beyond this position, and Page County would like to split that position. They would like for us together to hire a full-time person, and then first semester, or vice versa, but the way we have it set up now, first semester they would teach at Blue Ridge Technical Center, and then second semester they would go and they would teach in Page. And currently we have around 21 students signed up for welding, and 20 is about the max that we can actually carry. So there definitely is a desire there. Unfortunately, last year, because we didn't have an instructor, some of those kids who completed level 1, or welding 1, were not able to complete level 2, which obviously can have an impact. As far as the expenses, we would split it down the middle, 50-50. We would be the hiring agency because, according to Paige, our salaries are stronger and our benefit package is stronger, so it may be easier to get a person if we're the hiring agencies. And at the end of the year, then we would just go back, whatever the benefits were and whatever the salary was, we would just split it down the middle, and then Paige would reimburse us. Whomever we hire for this position, we would let them know up front that this is a combined effort. So if, for example, Paige pulls out or those type of things, this may no longer be a full-time position. We would hope that it would, but there's no guarantee when you're working together like that.
Do you have a potential teacher?
We do have we've got a couple potential people. And we have one person who actually lives sort of in between here and Page. So one semester you're going one way and one semester you're going the other. I think this gives us a much better opportunity to find someone than if we go independent and we just go part-time both ways.
In the past, how many students have we had that take advantage of welding? Was it?
We could have 20 students in welding 1 and 20 students in welding 2.
And you did.
We always had 20 students in welding 1. Welding 2 then dropped to 15, but
Okay.
there was no room for anyone else.
Okay.
And we also had waiting lists as well.
Okay. So how would you do welding 1 and welding 2 if you're only doing a semester here and then a semester in Page? Would you just have welding 1 here? How would that work?
I think we would do a morning and an afternoon.
But if they haven't had welding previously, then they'd all be starting out level in 1, correct?
That's true. So 1 year, they might teach 2 sections of 1 and 1.
Okay. So it wouldn't be like the instructor would split their day teaching welding 1 both at Page and Warren, and then welding 2 the second semester at both schools?
I think what they would do is we would have welding 1 morning and welding 1 afternoon, because we probably don't want the instructor going from Warren County to Page County the same day.
So then they would wait a full year to get welding 2?
That's correct.
Okay.
Does LFCC have a welding class? I thought they did, but I'm not 100% sure.
Do they?
A few years ago.
But I'm just wondering if something should happen to Paige, could we work a compromise with them that we shared the teacher? And
I know that Page because there's also a LFCC campus there in
true.
Luray.
Yes.
I know this past year they did something with that program with classes at night.
Okay.
I think that was one of the issues, is that their instructor was only evening.
Yeah.
Work during the day. Makes sense. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments from Mr. Smith?
No, I think we need to be as creative as we can, so here's an opportunity.
I'll offer a motion.
Certainly. I move the part-time welding position at Blue Ridge Technical Center be increased to a full-time teaching position effective August 1st, 2016, with Page County Public Schools sharing this position in half of the cost.
Second.
All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Thank you.
Discussions by school board, selection of delegate and alternate delegate to the 2016 VSBA Annual Convention. And that's the week before Thanksgiving, November. I know Jim has always been delegate.
Yes.
You interested in?
It's always a fun time.
With enthusiasm in your voice.
You've got a lot of enthusiasm there, right?
It's enlightening. It shows you some of the issues that some of the other school systems are having within themselves with board of supervisors, and so it's always good to go, because you feel good, a whole lot better when you leave and go in. But I'd be glad to do it. If somebody else wants the opportunity,
anyone
I'll be
else who'd
glad
like
to
to
be the
serve?
alternative.
Jim Wells is perfect.
I think you do an excellent job.
Well-spoken, well-received.
Well-spoken, yes.
How about an alternate delegate? Who would?
Mr. Rosen.
I might not be able to do it with those dates, so I'd like to take myself out of that.
Mr. Williams, Mrs. McKeithrin?
That's a tough
Tough time for you also?
I can do it. As long as Mr. Wells is there.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mr. Wells will serve as delegate and Mr. Williams as alternate. VSBA Superintendent Evaluation Workshop, September the 1st in Charlottesville. If anyone is interested in attending that, please let Mr. Ballantyne know so he can make those reservations. And just a reminder, we do have a, not a work session, retreat, thank you. A retreat on July the 18th, which is Monday morning at 9 a.m. here. And Mr. Drescher's going to supply coffee and donuts for everyone, right? I hope not donuts.
Time,
9 a.m.
9.
9 o'clock.
9. Okay, any further business? No?